Well, hello to all of you and welcome. This is the Week 5 video announcement for followership and servant leadership. And this week, we are talking about emotional intelligence and courage. But before we do that, let me say to all of you that I feel the weekly discussions are going very, very well, but I want to also let you know one important detail. I am starting to grade these course discussions a little tougher. I feel like I've given some feedback to each and every one of you each week, and the biggest area where I can see the greatest improvement that needs to be made is in the area of follow-up posts. I use this grading rubric when I grade your discussion threads, and note that in order to get the most points for follow-up posts to your classmates, those posts must elaborate on your classmates' comments. They got to add to the discussion and reflect and analyze, maybe even synthesize, summarize their posts, and maybe even post a question of your own in response to that post. What I really want to see is more than one or two sentences. I need something more of substance if you want to get the full amount of points for follow-up posts. So that's something for you to be aware of, and I will be looking for more than just a couple sentences here and there in these last 2 weeks of the course. I have every confidence that you can do this. All right, back to week 5. In what you need to see here on this topic of emotional intelligence, we have a handout that you can download as well as 3 videos. I strongly encourage you to watch all 3 of these videos before engaging in this topic of emotional intelligence. And then also it says right here, if you really want to have some fun, go and find an emotional intelligence survey and see how you rate, and then if you do, share your results with your fellow learners. Well, I have done that for you. You can go to this website, www.queendom.com. That's Queen, QUEENDOM.com. And then there is also a test for emotional intelligence, and it asks you if you want to sign up or register, and you can say no thank you, and it will bring you right to this page where you will be then given 146 questions, and it will give the results for you in knowing what your emotional intelligence quotient is, and you can share that if you so desire. I'm going to take this myself, and so I will be able to share with you what I discovered about myself. All right, back to the website, and let's go here. This week's apply assignment. Again, some more articles for you to read. There's a lot of reading, and that's fine and that's good. But here we go. Here's what you need to tackle in your application assignment this week. Once you feel like you have a good basis, you can go ahead and you're going to write a 3 to 4 double-spaced page self-assessment to provide in-depth self-evaluation and examples of your assessment. Excuse me. And so this has everything to do with analyzing your own interactions with leaders, your own actions, your own competencies. This is reflected in Ira Kelleff's book, The Courageous Follower, the 5 dimensions of a courageous leader: to have the courage to assume responsibility, the courage to serve, the courage to challenge policies and behaviors that are that take away from achieving the mission and the vision of the organization, as well as the courage to participate in transformation and the courage to take moral action, including the courage to leave an organization if necessary. And so here's some of those resources I just mentioned for you, and then here are some details that you may include in your application this your application paper this week if you so desire. Note that as the last week quickly approaches, your final project will be due. I have made your final project. I have made some documents available to you for download under the Doc Sharing tab. You have your leadership skills inventory for others as well as the self-available, but you're also going to need to download this scoring matrix in order to score those surveys that come back to you. And so I just wanted to let you know that it is here, and you'll be able to input this data in order to analyze it for your final project. If you have any questions about this, please don't hesitate to ask. As always, I look forward to interacting with you, and I look forward to watching you interact with one another in this week's discussion threads. I hope you have a great week, everybody. I'll see you soon.